The day you join, your responsibility starts. Common sense is very not common actually. You say the common sense is not common, it's very uncommon. Moral and ethical standards is something, there is no compromise. But never do wild guessing. Once you have a doubt, they will ask a counter question where they will definitely fail. So better that, be honest. Now, they say, sometimes they say, what is the entire UPSC process? Is it a myth or a hard? You see, from outside that Dholpur house, keep on listening, so many things. But one thing you have not heard, I suppose, this thing, because I was in another organization where is SS, there is a huge lot of what you call question paper leak. But have you heard anything about UPSC question paper leak? Have anybody heard? You have not done. I suppose I have asked so many people. That is because they have a very solid system. It is starting from the British time. They used to call it Federal Public Service Commission. They used to call it 86, I think 90 years old. So misconceptions is a myth or a reality. Now, one is about the organization as such. Their systems are so solid and time tested that nobody can change that, not even a chairman, not even a secretary. So, that is carved out in stone kind of a thing. Now, there are misconceptions also about the entire UPSC process. There are certain misconceptions. Misconception number one, the exam needs to have a huge knowledge base in the candidates, especially at now we are talking of the interview process. Now, we have reached a stage where interview is just looming around the corner. So, that is we are talking of the interview. Especially huge knowledge base at the interview process. This conception is not entirely correct because your knowledge base has been already tested, both at the prelims, at the this thing stage. So, what they are looking for is that in the prelims as the mains, they are how one responds to the question put before him or her during the interview process is what will count. See, it is not a tic-tac question answer session. They are trying to assess your attitude towards life, the aptitude. There are so many things they are seeing in the 30-35 minutes. So, along with the knowledge and the opinion, that is why they say, ma'am was saying about body language is very, very important. I will explain why the body language is important. Process is what will, that particular day, that particular 30-35 minutes. Now, for reaching that 30-35 minutes on that particular day, either morning, evening or afternoon, you will have to go through a process, which we didn't have. We just hit a trial around 45, 50 years ago. They didn't have any such thing. We just hit a trial, just see. Another misconception is missing a few questions put to you will make you look weak, not knowledgeable, knock you off in their mind. They say he's a duffer, he doesn't know anything. So how many of you know that there are several categories you are put there? Weak, fair, good, very good and outstanding. Outstanding is they normally do not put anybody. Very good and good is sometimes they look for. So, they will put in the fair category, weak category or something. It is not. See, more important will be or equally important will be, equally important will be how you react when you do not know something. Now, it is very, very, see, not knowing something is very stressful, is not it? You ask something, he is a mains candidate, yet there are a lot of sirs are there who have cleared mains and they are big sirs. So, they say, well, I mean, you here also, but there they do not differentiate between, they say he is a candidate before us. So, he says, now they have an enormous data bank with you, they are not like Superman or something, they have been put, there are a lot of people under them in the UPSC, they do a lot of research, they keep on doing research. The knowledge base you can't never match in today's world. So, they had one or two questions, either like they just throw you at you. Now, how you react to that when you do not know, that will judge your maturity. In a bureaucratic life, the life is very uncertain in this world. India is trying to become a superpower. But India is also fighting with a lot of negative forces all around the world. Now, it was no longer Southeast Asia, the Indian, this thing, they are all over the world. Any group, India is the Vishwaguru. So, but for that, to make it reality, their machinery has to be equally strong. So, that is why this is the very, very critical thing, how you tackle an unknown thing. you don't know anything, how you tackle? You will say, sorry sir, I don't know sir. But sometimes people do say, sorry sir, I don't know sir. Almost they are going about to cry. Or they will say arrogantly, sorry sir, I don't know. Or they will say, ki, I mean, their voice is choking or something. No, you are not expected to know 100%. Nobody, not even Lord Vishnu comes back from the heaven, he will also know all these things. It's the internet. But how you tackle, that is, we'll be teaching you in case you kind of come to us. No one reacts to how you know the answer is what is only creditable rather than having all the other delivery. Delivery. How you deliver what you know. How you deliver, but more important, how you deliver what you don't know or you partially know. You have to guess. So, can I guess, sir? Can I guess, sir? Sir, will you permit me to guess, sir? So, there are different body languages you are communicated to them. Either you are too confident, too arrogant, or too submissive. Any adverse situation, and you will be facing adverse situation the day you join the service. In a small subdivision, the day you join as an SDM, the next day I faced, there is a communal riot. Young boy from Delhi University. I only stayed in a hostel and all that, Delhi University. I didn't know a small town or how does it look. There's so many dynamics. Communal riot starts. So you can't say, sir, I have only joined today. So let 20 people die and then I will be mature enough to tackle. The day you join, your responsibility starts from the moment you join. You sign that charge memo or whatever. So they want this. Actually, another misconception is the proficiency language is there's a English speaking, impeccable English. तो impeccable English जो है हमारे गुजरात में जैसे फरफराट अंग्रेजी बोले छे और फरफराट अंग्रेजी मीन्स कि एकदम पटापट अंग्रेजी बोलता है. They are impressed by all these farfarat अंग्रेजी or something. They are too deep, they are too trained to really get into the core of what you are thinking process and what you are actually delivering. Language is only a dress, is a packaging. What you are delivering inside that package is what is more important and what the UPSC always looks for. So the board is now substance. They look for substance in the replies. They look for substance. Substance in the replies and how good it is put across. You have to deliver, you have to communicate. Communication is the key. Now the board is friendly. I mean, there is nothing wrong with the board. I mean, they are not many, there are YouTubes, this thing. First of all, they are utpatang questions. They will say very bad types of questions also. They are, I saw some few YouTube. They have been trained to ask you relevant questions every Monday. The board keeps on changing every week. The chairman of the UPSC had a secretary, because I was part of that. So he will remember do's and don'ts. All the board members, the board chairman are the members of UPSC. They are trained, of course, they know. The other experts are changing every week, so they are being trained. They say these are things you should ask, these are things you should not ask, they are the do's and the don'ts. So they have been drilled so much into do's and don'ts, thus utpata and all the irrelevant, and just to rattle you or something. They are very, very rarely. If you come across a question like that, is very unfortunate. Normally but the very mature way, very skillful way, they try to understand your persona, your thought process, your aptitude, attitudes, the way you react in a stressful situation, all these things in 30-35 minutes. So how do they do it? I mean, many of the people say how the 30-35 minutes is possible. It's true. But these are the one of the ways to, because see, they are also as concerned as you are, because you are the people, the leaders of the country, administrative leaders. For next 30-35 years, the country will be put in your hands, by and large. All the higher bureaucracies in their hands. Unfortunately, the CSE decides that particular the leaders 30-35 years. So that's why they are very, very important for them as well. Friendly and in a relaxed frame of mind, what they is good at. They want to, suppose they are not being able to know, say, they will change. If the member doesn't change, the chairman will quietly say, He's a change, he doesn't know. So he will try to shift to something which you are supposed to know. So that way, they want to know what you know rather what you don't know. That is what there is not there. They don't want to dig into how bad a student you are or how bad a candidate you are. It's not at all. So what is UPSC looking for in a candidate? They're looking for above average intelligence, as I said, who can think on their feet, who sound common sense. Now, common sense is very not common actually. You say the common sense is not common, it's very uncommon. So that's why they are looking for a sound common sense, the most uncommon, moral and ethical standards. Now there is a paper also on moral ethical. Actually, I had a terrible difference with my chairman that time when all we structured, we changed in 11, 12, I was the secretary. I said, you can't judge a candidate from this, from some writings. But he had his views anyway. So there is a paper also. Moral and ethical standards is something, there is no compromise. And if something comes out that there is a problem with your ethical standards, the leanings towards a particular kind of political ideology, which may not be nationalistic or a little anti, not anti, but well, no other member will see you off. No other member will welcome you. No other member will see you off also. He is the chairperson. It takes normally 30-35 minutes normally, but somebody was saying it takes 5 minutes. It doesn't happen. It is said plus minus 10%, 5-10%. Normally 30-35 minutes, but nowadays I don't know whether they reduce the number because of the extra load, number of boards being less. But normally my time and what I have last heard is the 30-35 minutes is still holding. But this year I don't know. This year not started as yet. Interview process is very comprehensive and robust exercise. It is a comprehensive, robust. I mean, they have found out about you what they wanted to do. I mean, normally they have found out. In recent times, many YouTube channels normally, I mean, they have circulated some strange, offensive, illegal, logical questions. I mean, they will just come and start some. It doesn't happen. As I said earlier, it doesn't happen. Very, very rarely. I mean, I have not heard about it because they are answerable to Parliament, they are answerable to everything. I mean, there is a government body, so they can't answer Utpatak. The interview process is strictly regulated as per time-tested principles of the UPSC and the Government of India and the Constitution. They are as much feature of the Constitution as anybody else is, as the Parliament is. They are mentioned in the Constitution, UPSC. These principles are reiterated every year. I mean, that I said Monday, they are again reiterated so that the experts don't, because experts are not really working in UPSC, so they may. So it is the need to their head. Don't exceed the limit prescribed. More normal is a broad limit. Achha, the psychologists are, some of the psychologists are all, even if psychologists, they are high ranking. I mean, they are not chota mota school psychologists or something. They are also HR experts or things like that. So they will be there, probably they are also like any other candidate, they will be quietly seeing all of it. But they are, if they are there, they are interview the evaluation process. They are also asked whether the body language and the attitude, because they are trained in their career to look for all these traits. So they will be obviously important part of the evaluation process. It is quite valuable when after the candidates have left, she are evaluated by the board. Some questions are there. There are so many coaching institutes organizing mock interview boards, etc., which are the right ones to choose. I also in this mock interview, I also takes in Unacademy, and before that I was in some other. So what my comment on this is that one should go to those mock boards which are as close to realism as possible. Because many of the things, physically they are like anything, but the questions they are asked and the evaluation they are doing is really leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, I can only say that. So how to choose? I mean, I really don't know. Our time there was no such thing, but now you have got a choice. So you be careful, because see, if you do not go to a right institute, you get a lot of feedbacks. Now, those feedbacks may be counterproductive. Not what you should do, but rather it is against the other way around. So the question answer should not be on knowledge based. Now, the question answer, some of the things they are talk knowledge. It is not like a school question answer. You know this, you don't know that. A lot of opinion-based things also come. Opinion means, see, there is not only one opinion. There will be so many opinions. You have your opinion, the board may have, and sometimes they do a lot of a drama, something. So you say something like left-wing extremism, West, some Bihar or other place. So you have got your, suppose you got your opinion. No, there could be such there, the way they react, you said, no, probably I have committed a mistake. No, he has his own opinion, but he's seeing you under pressure, how you react, whether you change your opinion. So many things happen. So putting you under pressure. So opinion based, that we have realistic mix of knowledge based as well as opinion based. Normally, they say 30, 70, 40, 60, 40. 40 could be opinion based, 60 could be knowledge based. Depends on the board also. Depends on the mood of the board. They are human beings. They are not automatons. So sometimes they do change. The UPSC board members will never try to bully, shout down. Now that is never done. Many of them start demeaning or shout. I have not heard of any board member or somebody try to bully you down or shout you down, demean you. Never. Because that's why they have been trained, they have been said again and again. A candidate may not be up to your liking, or up to, but you cannot have any right to insult anybody, demean anybody. There's absolutely no go areas. Actually, one of the questions is looking for a candidate is think on your feet. Now, suppose you don't know anything, as I initially said, nothing, no idea. Then how do you tackle that? The option before you used to ask the board, can I guess, sir? But with right, that will be teaching you when you come for the mock session and all that. Can I guess? Or you say, sorry, sir, I do not know. How you see, how you put it across. That is what they'll be interested. If you are allowed to guess, then give an intelligent answer. But if the board does not allow you to guess, then you should stop at that with positive body language, but never do wild guessing. See, if you start doing wild guessing, because you said, I have already said once, can I guess, or I don't know. The second also I am saying, I am sorry, sir. So you are in a kind of panic situation. मैं क्या करूँ? ये तो दो बार हो गया. So, see, as I said, everybody, you have got your certain niche areas. You are strong in certain subjects. You are not strong in subjects. So, but I mean, yes, perhaps the second time you should have said, but the remedy is not that मैं नहीं जानता हूँ तो मैं wild guess 100%, not 100%, 70-80% तो wrong हो ही जाएगा, and they can make out, because once you have a doubt, they will ask a counter question where they will definitely fail. So better that, be honest. Honesty, that's why I said ki ethical and moral standards. You should have a sound ethical and moral standard. If it is something is wrong, I don't know something, I honestly admit I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know. Now, communication skills depends. Now, many will say that I to English, not as studied English, so English is poor. So, but you see, this is, I said also, it depends on the language you choose. Very carefully, you should have chosen the language of the interview process. Now, chosen English or Hindi, whatever language. So, you should always choose comfortable in, and the board will only be attracted to English speaking. And this is a very widespread knowledge. English, अगर बोल सकते तो आपको टिकल जाओगे. There are many candidates you have seen. They are Hindi, total Hindi. They are scored within 1 to 10 or something. Our ma'am will tell you also. There are any number of candidates. Not only Hindi, there are any number of candidates who have done it. They are wonderful. Like Gujarati, I know. There is a fellow called. He's very retired also, very high IQ. Entire exam he gave in Gujarati. It's possible. Interview also Gujarati. Marathi, Gujarati, Tamil, so many. There, of course, they have to have an interpreter or some experts in that particular language. Towards the end, they take all these interviews. But if you are not good in language, in English, for example, what do you do? Don't try to say, because see, what you are doing now, will be doing now is not learning the language. English you can't, I mean, this is too late in the day to learn spoken English, that is a separate coaching centers and all that. That is a separate issue. Now you should see the UPSC interview process. The language is yes a medium, but perhaps if you have already chosen and you are not so confident in your language part of it, then I say they are the past. Then what you can also say, the exchange ideas, opinions, knowledge continuously with your peer group of candidates, teachers in university, colleges, your colleagues in the workplace. Just continuously keep on exchanging ideas. There will be people to help you. I mean, I suppose your own this thing in workplace, college, your hostels where you probably will stay. So if we keep on doing that, or if become a mirror, ask questions too, and keep on reading a newspaper like that. So your diction, your tonality, your everything will. So there's a lot of perfection you can get like this. Listen to good interactive programs on internet letters where there's so many good opinion-based programs on television where you can perfect your opinion-based ideas. So, friend, this is I think few. I mean, there will be